I just want to say thank you, Lord. How could
I saw three things recently in Nigeria, and honestly, they didn't sit well with me. They just didn't sit right with me. They seem very, very wrong because I go to Nigeria like once or twice every year, and this part of it I've not seen in the last few years, but in this very year, 2026, I went for just about a week and I saw three things in one day that was a bit scary. Many people are starting to see these things as normal, but they don't seem normal to me, and I don't want us to accept it and say it's normal. And when something that is clearly wrong starts to feel normal, that's even when we have a problem. Like when people think that everything can be normalized, like people are just doing things the wrong way and everybody accepts it. That doesn't sit right with me. So today on Life 101, I want us to talk about these three things I saw and why we should not ignore them, why we should quickly, as much as possible, seek help and find a way to like put a stop to this thing. The number one I saw was the hawkers, the people walking on the street. From time to time, from when we were young, people hawk on the street. I'm not saying that hawking is something that shouldn't happen, because it's a way of life in Nigeria. People have to survive. Like people hawk to survive. They hawk to earn a daily living. People hawk to put food on their tables. People hawk to help their parents, especially adults. I don't support children hawking, but when it comes to like people of age from 18 and above, hawking after school, some people are even in uni. They go to uni, they come back home and hawk so they can pay their next school fees. It's already hard. I mean, it's already difficult for this living this kind of life. It's not an easy thing to hawk in the sun, in the rain. Hawking, you see them on the street, like it's so touching. Like you see people hawking. I know it's not a big deal. Like people see it like, oh, why is that such a big deal? No hustle is easy. Like every hustling is serious. But what I mean is, yeah, when you're hawking to survive, it's one hustle on its own. Then having people call themselves Amonile and coming after you for hawking on the street, I don't get it. Like these people are not even legal. They're like illegal people coming to you to extort money from you for hawking with your own legs, hawking your own items. I don't get the reason for this. I don't even understand why there is nobody like monitoring things like this. Like people are hawking and you have the guts to say they have to pay you for hawking in a certain area. What taxes are these? They are illegal taxes. What are the money for? Is it to repair the roads, or is it because the roads are still, you still go there, you see them hawking in potholes in bad roads? And why are they paying all this money to you when you're not even a government official? Nobody knows you. Like you just wake up one morning, decide that you're a Munile, and you pack yourselves together on the street and you start to extort money from innocent people. Why are you doing this? And who is supposed to be in control of things like this? Who should check to look out for those people hawking on the streets? They can't afford a shop, they can't afford a living, and they've decided to be a living, like a moving shop. Somebody is actually a moving shop. They're walking with their feet, carrying a shop on their body. That's a burden. It's a big burden. And they're doing these things. They're not stealing from people. They're doing these things to make money, to make ends meet, to feed. And some of them are so young. They're quite young. They're very, very, you see people even under 18, people under 16, 15, walking on the street. And you see them struggling. I questioned one of the guys. He stopped a few people and had a chat with them. And one of the guys said to me, they pay money, that they have to pay on daily basis. They have to pay for the day. As they come in the morning, the guys will rally around them and they will make payment for the day before they can carry on working. As in hawking, I don't get it. Why? Like, do you think this is normal? Do you think this should be accepted? Do you think this should happen in a real world? Do you think this is what should be happening to poor people, like people just struggling to survive on a daily basis? Why are you charging them money for walking and walking with their own legs? Can the government just help these people? I don't know what to say. I mean, think about this for a moment. Just Look at it for a second. These are people already struggling, trying to sell pure water, snacks, chips, crisps, small items. They don't have much gain. Like, how many pure water can you sell to make a substantial amount? How many pure water can you sell just to survive? And now they have to pay just to stand on the street and work, just to stand on their own feet. They have to pay. Some of these people have health issues. They can't even afford a good hospital. They can't even see the doctor. That's not right. When people have to pay just to exist, when they have to pay to exist, they have to hustle. Like, they have to pay to hustle. I don't get it. It discourages hard work. It pushes people deeper into poverty and even depression. It makes people start thinking of other ways to survive, other ways to make quick money. And it creates a system where exploitation becomes normal. Why are you extorting money from poor people, like from innocent people, from people who are struggling and managing? Why? Anyways, please put your comment down below. What do you think about this? Is there any way they can help these people to stop collecting money from people? I don't even know who to blame. I don't know, because the president wasn't there. The governors were not there. The local government chairmen were not there. These boys are constantly there, extorting money from these innocent children, hawking, from innocent women, hawking. Some of these people are hawking. You look at the slippers they're wearing. They can't even afford to change it. It's all gone because they're hawking a lot. The slippers is all flattened out. It's all gone. They can't feed well. They can't eat good food. They feed on junk. They go home at night. Some of them have kids. Some of them still have to pay school fees. There are no credit, no taxes for children, nothing to support families with children. The system doesn't provide that. The Nigerian system doesn't provide support for families who are struggling with financial crisis. There are no supports or whatsoever for them. There are no supports for them. Yeah, things are changing. Yeah, there's now student finance here and there. Here, there's now this and that. But I'm telling you, we're still far away from what it looks like abroad. We're still very far away from what it looks like from developed countries. We're still way, way behind. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight. It's a gradual process, even if we're getting there. But we need to eradicate these little foxes. We need to put a stop to these little things that increases poverty. Well, that's just one of the things I found. It's 3 things I want to talk about. And because of time, I'm just going to move to the next thing I found out as well. Okay, so let's talk about the second thing I found out in Nigeria. The second thing I saw during my last trip to Nigeria in this year was more troubling than the first one. Well, they're all troubling, but this one was even more troubling. Traffic lights were not working, and from what I heard, it wasn't like they were not working. Some people actually orchestrated the lights not to work in their own ways. I don't know how they manipulated, and they made it not to work. So uninformed officials stepped in to control the traffic manually, which is fine. If it was not working for real, that's fine. But I heard that some people allegedly orchestrated it. They made it. They manipulated it not to work. But then they started collecting money from drivers. I saw this with my eyes, especially from people with private or more expensive cars like Mercedes, like BMW and all the big cars and G-Wagon and all sorts. I saw these people, instead of traffic being controlled fairly, it becomes about who can pay. That's a problem. I don't get it. Why are people paying to just cross the traffic? Why is everything such an hustle? Why? These people travel abroad. They see things. They know that things are not done this way. Because when law enforcement becomes so transactional, when it becomes about money, then justice disappears. Where is the justice? What if you don't have money, if you're not buoyant enough to give money? Some people drive and they don't have much money with them. Like, they're business people who have run out of cash, who have their own personal issues. People stop respecting the system. Trust is broken and everything starts to feel like a negotiation instead of a rule. Why are we negotiating traffic lights? Why? First is the hawkers paying to hawk. Second is people driving their own private cars, having to pay to drive through a traffic light. I don't get it. These guys actually stopped cars in front of us. I saw that. And they won't let people go, and they were passing this lane. And they stopped the Mercedes, and the guy had to do the transaction, gave something, and then they let the Mercedes go. They stopped the big car again. They're like, no, that people are in a rush. I get that, to go out. But why can't everybody just be patient? Why can't they just control the light or fix whatever the problem is with the light? They manipulate the traffic lights. They make people have issues, and then you go the wrong way. They stop you and they say you've offended them. They are not even charging you there. They're actually sending you to somewhere in the corner to go and talk to you about how much you need to pay. And I saw people doing it. It's so painful. It's so sad. Like, I don't get it. These men were even like, one of them didn't have uniform on, but some of them had uniform on. I'm not sure what group this is, but they had their uniform on. They're actually government officials doing nasty things like this, and nobody can control it. They get paid their salaries every month, and then they go on the street and frustrate people. Why? People work hard to earn their money, and they're not earning the money to get extorted on the streets by fellow indigents. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Even in other countries where Nigerians travel to, they say people are jackpotting. Why wouldn't they jackpot? Such things will not happen. It won't even happen. I don't even think it would happen in Ghana. It won't happen in nearby African countries, let alone in the Western world. Why? These are really, really disturbing issues. I don't know who's going to be in control of it. I don't know how this is done. I don't know who they have to speak to or who they have to report to. I don't even know how it works out. But I'm just venting what I have seen that doesn't sit well with me. I don't have power. There's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is to talk about it on my channel, which is what I'm doing right now. Please, if you've seen anything like this disturbing, kindly share with us. Let's talk about it. Who knows where this video is going to get to one day? Maybe somebody would start looking, because we need people to start looking at all those. Everybody matters. Everyone matters. Whether you are rich, you are the wealthiest, we all matter. We all matter. Those of us that are poor, that we don't have money, we agree that we don't have money. But can we please be looked after by our government? Can we be looked after by our government? Can we please have a government that works for everybody, a system that is accountable, that can hold people accountable for their roles? This cannot be talked about. Like, we've talked about it several times. I've listened to this on several platforms, but I don't think anybody is really paying attention. Please, if this video gets to you and you are a government official, kindly inspect, go around, inspect things. Ask the local government chairman of this area to go, the local council chairman, wherever they are. They should go around and have their delegates to look at things, come back to you and report to you. I will share, before I go to the third thing that happened, I will share one story with you. So I did my NYSC in Nigeria years ago. It's been a long time ago now. So I did my NYSC in Nigeria, and I went for my service, I think in early 2000s. I went for my NYSC service in Lagos State in Yanopaja camp. And when I got to the camp, I did 3 weeks we'll do 3 weeks in the camp. And then when you come out of the camp, they'll post you to your, I can't even remember what it's called. You get a CD card, then you start going to your station to report, to sign the days you worked and blah, 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 so that you can get paid your alawi and stuff like that. And then I started to serve in a secondary school in Lagos Island. I don't want to mention the school yet. One day I might get to the point where I have to mention that school. So it was a government school, and I was there to, as you know, I studied English and Literature Studies, and I have a BA in English and Literature Studies. So I was actually teaching English and Literature in that school. And then I was teaching SS2. I think SS2 would be, say, year 10, year 11 in the UK, but I was teaching SS2. So I got there, and, the students would tell me they don't want to learn. I should leave the class. I was so shocked to find out that there's actually a school. There's actually a school like this, because like I went to Only Child College, and I never saw things like that happening. And I was shocked, like in this same Lagos Island, there's actually a school where students can ask a teacher to get out of my class. I don't want to learn. So I went to the principal to complain. And the principal was like, ask the other teachers how they do it. I said, okay. So I went back, and in the staff room, I asked the teachers, what's going on here? The boys don't want to learn. The students don't want to learn. They're sending me out of the class, throwing papers at me, asking me to get out of their class. And then the teacher said to me, you're wasting your energy. These children don't have future. Don't waste your time. One of the teachers said that to me. She said, sit down. Don't waste your time. You have time for nonsense. Sit down and just tell them to pay. They pay you money. You make money out of it. And in my head, I thought, I was like, where did I find myself? Like, what am I doing here? How did I even get here? What is this? And guess what? They would actually open a notebook, and the students would be on a long queue in a staff room, and they would come and pay money per mark, I think it was per 10 score. They paid, I can't remember how much per 10 score, maybe 200 naira or 100 naira, I don't remember. This was a long time ago. They would pay per 10 score. This is almost 20 years ago now. I did my NYSC. So they will pay per 10 scores. Like if the score is over 100, if you want to score 50, then you must have paid like 500, is it 5,000 naira or 500 naira? I can't remember. You have to pay. So if you pay 200, they will score you 20 over 100, and they will put it there. You will see them recording the scores. I was like, this, what is this? What is going? This was 20 years ago, about 20 years ago now, or close to 20 years ago. What is going on here? What am I saying? It's been over 20 years ago, like 22 years ago, thereabout. So in my head, I'm like, what is going on here? Why are they paying to get the scores in secondary school level? And they're telling the teacher they don't want to learn. Just go and join the other teachers who will pay you to get the score. I forced my way to teach the few that I wanted to learn. And I made sure they sat for that exams. I did the question and everything for their test and their mock and everything. And that went on. And guess what I experienced again? One day I was in that staff room there in Lagos Island, and a government official came in. I was happy. I was like, oh, finally, there's a government official monitoring the schools. There's somebody actually looking out for these children, because these are the future of Nigeria. These people will become the governor tomorrow. They'll become your excellency. They'll become big people in Nigeria. They can get to those positions by leg, by crook, by whichever way. And when they get there, what do they have to offer if they're not learning nothing? So I saw those government officials. I quickly went to greet them. They were like, oh, they brought, this onward notebooks, onward notepads, the long onward notepads. They brought them in boxes from the government. I said, oh, this is good. They're supporting these children, giving them books for free, giving them pens, a lot of big pen for free in packs. And these old boxes came straight to the staff room. But guess what I saw? It didn't get to the children. It didn't get to the student. Right in front of me, they were being shared. They were being shared. They already had marketers that were going to buy it from some of them. And they were asking me, they were speaking to each other. Are you going to give the copper some? Does she get some? And they counted a few, about 10 or 20 copies. And they were like, oh, that's yours. And I asked them, why are they giving this to me? Because it's meant to be for the students. They were like, oh, we can't wait for you to finish your service and get out of this school because your wahala is too much. What's your own? What's your own? I sat down, I was like, okay, who do I call? Where do I start from? I don't have power. I don't even have anybody to speak to. At the time, I didn't even have this platform. Social media was not like this 22 years ago. And I didn't even know who to report to. And by the time I ran to the principal's office to report to the principal, like to quickly whistle-blow on these people to say, this is what they're doing. It's wrong what they're doing. I got to the principal's office, and guess what? I found the two officials there. They already bought them food. They bought them swallow, amala, the combo. Amala combo, it comes with begiri, ewedu, and stew. 3 soup together in one bowl with all sort of goat meat garnished, and they were sitting right in the principal's office, and they were sweaty and eating. And I saw they already had money in a brown envelope. It was on the table. So what have they come to inspect? Nothing. They're going to write sweet reports about that school. Would the government be there? The governors be there? Would you say that at the time, whoever that governor was, I don't know, was he Fashola that was there or somebody? I don't even know. Some 20 years ago. would you say that these governors should have been there, or who should have been there? They wouldn't physically be in every school. So I feel like we just blaming the government. Yes, I blame it on the system a lot because it starts from the top. That man eating amala, there were two of them, took off their suits, sweaty, eating amala and collecting money in envelope. They already kept it on the table, brown envelope. One huge brown envelope. They've given them money. And as soon as they left, the teachers began to laugh like, oh, they can't get us. They can't do nothing. We've sorted them out. They too should go and sort the top. So it's like the school sorted these people out. They're going to sort their bosses and give the wrong reports. The boss will sort somebody. It would never get to the right people. What is really happening is left to every one of us, individual Nigerians, to sit up and say, no, we don't want this anymore. If one person there recorded them, whistle blew them, or did something, or the way I went to talk to the principal, if he was a good man as well, he would have done his job to say, no, this is not why these books are meant for these children, and these people should actually inspect their work, inspect their uniform, their works, collect students' book at random, go to random classes, collect their books, and just have a look, or what have you come to investigate? I don't even understand it. When you've eaten amala and you've collected money in an envelope, they didn't investigate nothing. They dropped everything in the office. I'm sure they've taken their share of the national cake. At the end of the day, these children have parents. The parents believe they're going to school. They've entrusted them in the hands of these government schools. A lot of people had to pull their kids out of government school. Even the people who don't have money, even people who are hawking, they put their children in private school. That's not a system that is working. Come to the UK. They got a lot of private schools, but how many people's children are in private schools? How many? How many people's children? People can't even afford it because it's quite really expensive. But then they put their children in good schools, in government schools, and they're going. We don't go through things like this. Why? Why with the government producing books, providing it for children in school, and it's being shared in the staff from among all the teachers, and none of it went to these children? And they even put them on the table. Children have to buy 1,000 naira. They put the money down. They sell the book to them. They put their money down. They sell the books to them. And I'm thinking this book is meant to be free for these children. Even the pens are meant to. But how many of us have voices to talk about these things? Who can we go to? Where can we talk about it? It's only on my platform. And that's why I'm here today, to just vent and say how I feel. And pray that one day these things will not be our predicament anymore. One day, Nigeria will be that country where there is fairness, where there is that justice, where people are living with their right senses and doing things right. Because everything seems so normal. It seems so right to everyone. I don't get it. We come to the staff room in the morning, everybody's selling. It's like a marketplace. I'm like, what's going on? Somebody came with a whole lot of pots, selling pots. People were buying pots. That was what we did. They did the whole morning. I will go to my class, come back. The teachers are still in the staff room. The boys are shouting. The children are playing. In my head, I'm thinking, what's going to happen to these children in another few years? I don't get it. Why? Why are they doing this? Anyways, that's just by the way. I would like to go to the third thing I saw when I came to Nigeria. My NYSC was over 22 years ago, but when I came to Nigeria, the third thing I saw was, this one is even very, very weird. It's extremely weird. The fuel station favoritism, I don't understand it. Fuel station favoritism, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why are you favoring some people? Is a fuel station, is a private fuel station, but it's on the streets. Everybody should come in and shop and buy their fuel and go. I don't understand it. Why there was a long queue, everyone waiting for their turn to like normal human beings should wait for their turn and get there to buy their fuel. But one pump was blocked. They put a cone, the red cone thing. They put it there to block one pump. And they only had two pumps on that side. And they blocked one pump. And at that pump they blocked, it was only open for certain people. People who were willing to pay extra. I don't get it. Why? So while everyone else waited on this other pump, there was a long queue. It was crazy. And I was going to see my mom. There was that queue. We were all struggling to just buy this fuel. So while everyone else waited, some people just drove in and paid extra, paid like gave a tip, and the cone is opened and they drive in to buy their fuel. That the two pumps that the entire people should use, one was shut down for this was on Admiralty Way in Lekki. And they got served immediately. These people got served immediately. I just stood there. I was thinking, what's going on here? When did this become okay? Why is this even normal? Fuel is already a stressful issue now. It's already a stressful issue, not just in Nigeria, everywhere, even in the UK. It's already expensive. It's already stressing everyone up financially. Now we are adding favoritism and inequality on top of it. How difficult can they make life for people? How difficult can that be? It sends a message that rules don't apply to everyone. It doesn't apply to everyone. And buying the fuel is already expensive. Why am I tipping you? Why am I tipping you for buying your fuel? I don't get it. The manager was there. I saw the man with the badge. It says manager. Now, here is the thing. These three situations might look different, but they all point to the same problem, the same issue we have in Nigeria. And this is a system where money overrides fairness. You have money, that is it. A system where exploitation is tolerated, it's accepted, where the everyday person carries the burden. Like it's so much burden to just be in Nigeria or to be a Nigerian. And the most dangerous part of it, think about it, the most dangerous part of it is when we stop questioning it. When people stop talking about it, like people might see this video and say, oh, get out, what's she talking about? You live in the UK, what do you know about hardship? What do you know about this? We know and we feel the pain because we come home. We have families. My parents, my mom lives home. When we stop questioning these things, it becomes a big issue. When we all adjust to it, everybody's going on the shortcut, pay the tip, buy the fuel. It shouldn't be so. When we say that's just how things are done in this part of the world, it's our life. We're Nigerians, this is how it works for us, because that's how problems begins to grow. It's a problem. It begins to grow and it cannot stop. It will grow into a massive beast that cannot be controlled. Nigeria can be better. It can be better, trust me. It's getting better, I won't lie to you. Like the roads I saw, they were quite impressive. It's getting a lot better. Traffic reducing, things changing around infrastructure. But even if you put all the best infrastructures and the system is still weak, we can't get anywhere with it. Let's start creating awareness. It starts with speaking up, having platforms like this, discuss about it. It starts with refusing to accept these things as normal. I'm not saying change will happen overnight. It can't happen overnight. It can't happen overnight. But silence definitely will not fix it. If everybody is keeping quiet, it will not fix the problem. We have to all talk about it. It's our country. It's where we come from. Yoruba will say, Ajo Dabile, you want to be back to your own country where you come from. So I want to ask you, have you seen things like this before? Do you think this is normal or something we need to change? Like we have to start working towards a change. It's a gradual process, but do you think we'll ever get there? Let me know in the comment section what you think. And if this message resonates with you, please share it, because conversations like this matters a lot to people like me. I'm a patriotic Nigerian. I love my country. We are hustlers. We are strong people. Like if they call you a Nigerian, pat yourself on your back. To be a Nigerian is an hustle on its own. Is it the difficulties we go through when we travel, when we go to places? The moment they hear you're a Nigerian, is like a red flag, even though we are not bad people. We are individually not bad people as such. They put you aside. They say, oh, you can't travel, you can't do this, you can't get that. You're on a queue, they just say you're a Nigerian, everybody's raising their eyebrows. It's like they've seen the bad person. I don't get it. But I refuse it and I tell them the positive things about Nigeria. That as a Nigerian, as a Nigerian, I'm a strong person. Put people from different parts of the world together. I give it to Nigerians. Look for the best doctors. The Nigerians. Oh, I'm loving the way the sun is shining into this video. Ooh, I love the sunshine. Sorry to be distracted by the sun. So as I was saying, I love to be a Nigerian. I'm a proud Nigerian. I can't be from somewhere else. I don't even want to come from somewhere else. I want to keep being a Nigerian forever. I'm a Nigerian. And I love my country. I love my country. I love anyone from Nigeria. I love who we are. We are strong people. We are active people. Resources. Where else can I come from? If you're a Nigerian, be proud of it. It's going to get good. It's going to get better. Try to go home from time to time. See what is going on. Speak out. When you see things you don't like that doesn't sit well with you, speak out. Talk about it. You know, I would like to wrap up this video here because let's wrap it on a lighter note, on a good note. Let's don't be too negative about the things we see that seem negative, but I try to still stay positive, to think positively about Nigeria so that it can get better. And when I come to Nigeria, I enjoy all the good food. Now I enjoy the good roads because I saw a lot of good roads as well. Not everything is all that bad. I drove through the coastal road. I'm like, this is it. I drove from Ajaleki all the way to Jedubega, and I just saw the way the roads were just, I'm like, okay, we're getting there, but the systems need to start working. That's what I'm saying. The system, see, all the infrastructures without a working system, you're walking on a eggshell. Before you know it, it's all gone down. It's all cracked. It's all going to go down because they will sell these infrastructures. They will ruin them. They will break them. Education system needs to be top-notch. We need to go back to the oldies education system. It has to be top-notch. You know, the economic balance has to be top-notch. The government needs to step in, help people, eradicate poverty, take people off the streets, let people have work, let them have vocation, skills, let something be going, let the economy keep going. Look at Dirty December. See how many people wanted to come to Nigeria. See how many people go to all the airports. Nigerian tickets we couldn't even afford it. It was too much on the ticket. The tickets were coming in thousands, in figures. And guess what? People traveled, people flew home and abroad. America, even from Tanzania, from other African countries, people trying to come to the country. It's something good. It's something that should boost our economy if we make good use of it. If we make good use of it, trust me, it's only going to get better. It will not get worse anymore. Let's say positive things. I don't like when people say, oh, Nigeria is so bad, it's never going to be good. It's going to be good. In the times of my children, even in my time, it's going to be good. In the name of Jesus, we have to prayerfully say these things. That God will uproot the bad people. He will uproot them completely. And Nigeria will be good for those of us who want it to be good. And we would enjoy the good of it. In Jesus' name, amen. Say amen, somebody. I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this. Put your comment below. Please kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Kindly send it to your friends and family, and let's roll together. Love you guys. Bye.